I understand your position. I just don't want you to say anything further about the case because I don't want you to make any statements that can be used against you. We'll first take up the case of 2025 11374 PH. Just for the record, I'm Judge Wiggins in the 84th District Court in Wexford County, sitting by assignment for the 84th District Court in Missaukee County. And this case in particular is an alleged violation of a personal protection order. It is alleged that the defendant engaged in stalking activity by yelling names at the petitioner and calling that petitioner by name, also threw a can at the petitioner. The court, through Judge Ransom, had issued the personal protection order back on, looks like April 1st, and there is a proof of service in the file. Ms. Ernst, you do have the right to have a contested hearing in this matter. If you are found guilty of the violation, you could be sentenced up to 93 days in jail and or a fine of $500. You also have the right to be represented by an attorney throughout this process. And if you wanted to be represented by an attorney but could not afford one, the court would appoint one to represent you, but you may have to repay a portion of that expense. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So my first question to you is do you wish to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of an attorney?
Can you help me with that, sir? I don't understand. I don't understand law language, sir. I don't understand what he's saying.
Your Honor, she's requesting the appointment of an attorney.
All right. The court will make a referral for an appointment of an attorney. Mr. Champion, have you had the opportunity to discuss the issue with her?
I have, but I do not have an answer in this matter.
All right. So do you want it set for a contested hearing then?
Please.
All right. Court will set the matter for a contested hearing. We'll come back to bond in a moment, and that brings us to the new file of 25877 FY, the people of the state of Michigan versus Karina Marie Ernst. Mr. Champion, were you aware of this file as well?
I was, Your Honor.
All right. And did you have the opportunity to meet with her regarding this case then?
I have, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Ernst, I have a complaint that alleges that on or about August 16th of 2025 in Clam Union Township of Missaukee County, it is alleged that you did commit the offense in count number 1 of police officer assaulting, resisting, or obstructing officer or deputy Vorpragel. That is a 2-year felony and or a fine of $2,000. And it's possible that consecutive sentencing may apply if this happened in a place of confinement. The prosecution has also elected to charge you as a habitual second offender. That means that you have at least, or you have one prior either attempted or completed felony in your past. That makes that 2-year felony punishable by up to 3 years. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Mr. Champion, my client is electing to maintain her silence at this point in time.
All right. Ms. Ernst, the court will note that you stand mute at this time. Now, my next question for you is,
What do I do? They're false accusations. Well, you have to let him know they're false accusations. All right, that's the only thing I'm saying about it. I have the right to counterreact that. Those are false accusations, sir. I have the right to counteract that. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about it.
I understand your position. I just don't want you to say anything further about the case because I don't want you to make any statements that can be used against you. Now, on
I have to make sure I say that in my defense, right? Yeah,
on felony
complaints. Okay.
Ms. Ernst, on felony complaints, you have certain rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or write can and will be used against you. You also have the right to have an attorney present during any questioning that you consent to, and you have the right to stop answering questions. You also have the right to have an attorney represent you in this matter And if you could not afford one, one would be appointed to represent you. Well, first of all, Mr. Ernst, do you understand that?
Am I being placed under arrest again?
No.
No, okay, all right. Yes, ma'am, or sir, I understand that.
You understand that those are your rights?
Is he put me under arrest again?
No, I'm not putting you under arrest.
Yeah, I understand that what do they call
All
that,
right.
the Miranda? Are we
Well, that
learning the
wasn't-
Miranda in this? Is it called the
Well,
Miranda?
It's close to Miranda, but it's not entirely there. Mr. Champion, are you
I understand that, sir.
seeking an appointment in this
I understand
case
that.
as well?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. The court will make the referral for the appointment of an attorney. Again, I'll note that the defendant stands mute and will mark this for a preliminary examination. That's a hearing that's held here in the district court within 21 days. At that hearing, the prosecution will be required to prove two things. One, probable cause that the offense had occurred, and two, probable cause that Ms. Ernst was the person who had committed the offense. If the prosecution is not able to do that, the case will be dismissed. If they are able to do that, Ms. Ernst would be ordered to stand trial in circuit court. Regarding bond counsel, I show in 2024, the attempted resist and obstruct and a retail fraud second. It's my understanding that bond was set in this case at $10,000 over the weekend. And then in the personal protection violation, there was a remand. Any comment regarding bond, Mr. Champion?
And I'm going to be requesting a forensic exam. Does the court want to take that motion now, or does the court wish me to file a written motion?
Given that it's not, that I'm substituting in, I would prefer that you do a written motion.
With that, Your Honor, my client does reside in the area. She has a limited criminal history, as the court is aware in this matter. I would ask the court to consider a PR bond.
Thank you. Mr. Ringstrom, on behalf of the people.
Yes, Your Honor. Although she might not be a risk to the community as a whole, she does seem to be a risk to the neighborhood that she is in. She obviously, or I should say, she's accused of obviously not being able to follow orders as is. There is some question as far as if she were released, how much more violations she might stack up. So we would ask for a bond in this. People are not opposed to lowering it from the $10,000 necessarily. However, we do believe that there should be some monetary bond to be able to make sure that she complies.
What was the nature of the resist and obstruct?
It really, the nature is not like violent at all or anything like that. At that time, the officer, the allegations are that the officer told her, "You're under arrest for the PPO violation." She turned and started running from the officer, and he had to go get her and all of that stuff. So it wasn't necessarily violent. It wasn't anything along that lines, but she was running away from the officer.
All right, thank you. Mr. Champion, are you aware, is your client a client of community mental health at all?
She is not, Your Honor. It's my understanding she does not participate with CMH.
All right. Well, given that the defendant was a subject of a personal protection order, at least as alleged, she'd violated that protection order. And the fact that she tried to run from police while they tried to apprehend her for that violation. I do find that she is a flight risk.
Innocence, and it kind of moves rights or not rights for others. Like fellows, system, I can't get medical attention right now, but I'll look at it in 5 years. I'll try to get back up in there for rights or not rights. I'm part of the Salvation Army, okay? But it's like a tool. I'm supposed to hold on to mine, and I lost you for like 5 years, so I'll try to get up there in 5 years and see what I can do. Okay,
I understand.
all right.
I'm going to keep bond where it was previously set at $10,000 cash surety. I'm going to order that the defendant appears ordered, keep her contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no new crimes. And in the personal protection violation, the court will continue the remand in that case. Anything else, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
No,
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Misaki.
That's what I need to know.
You just had the two. And then you have 3 still here.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.